done, but I'm gonna be obedient. This is what I need to be. So let's go to Genesis 26 and let's pick this up at verse 1. Go ahead.
And there was a famine in
Famine.
and there was a famine in the land besides the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar. And the Lord appeared unto him, and said, Go not down into Egypt, dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and will bless thee. For unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swore unto Abraham thy father. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven, and will give unto thy seed all these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws.
So we trying to be like Abraham, and we trying to be the children of Abraham. And we sing songs, Father Abraham had many sons, and many sons have Father Abraham. And I am one of them, and so are you. So let's praise the Lord now. It say here, because that Abraham obeyed my voice, kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. Let's run over to John chapter 8 real quick. John 8 and 39. Because I want to show you, if you want Abraham to be your father, what you need to be doing. John chapter 8 and verse 39. If you want to be like old Father Abraham, go ahead. When you get there reading.
They answered and said unto him, Abraham is our father. Jesus saith unto them, If you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham.
See, so if you the child of Abraham, you're going to do what Abraham did. And Abraham kept the commandments. And that was his faith. That he obeyed God's voice. Let's go over to Isaiah chapter 38. Because, we're going to see it's more though. Faith is more. Faith is believing. Faith is knowing that you can ask your God something and he'll deliver. That's what it is. But see, it's still an action word, and your faith is dependent upon your actions. It's just like this. If I tell this brother, man, out back we got 6 blocks of gold, and it's buried 5 feet deep, and there go a shovel. If he don't believe me, he gonna stay sitting here. But if he believe me, he gonna have some actions. He gonna get up. That's one action. He gonna grab the shovel and he gonna start digging till he find. If he believes me. See, when they say, for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth on him should not perish but have everlasting life. If you believe on him, then you'll be doing what he said. He might be like, well, I'm doing what he said. Right. So that means you following the 2 commandments, loving your neighbor with all your heart, and you loving the Lord with all your heart. Do you even know exactly what the 2 commandments is? Because we got a class on it. It'll break it down to you. It's following the commandments of God, the 10. All the commandments hang on them 2. So at any rate, let's go over to Isaiah chapter 38, and we're going to pick this up at verse 1, because we're going to see a man who needed God. And what happened? Go ahead.
In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death, and Isaiah the prophet, the son of Amoz, came unto him, and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, Set thine house in order, for thou shalt die, and not live.
So the Lord was merciful by telling him ahead of time, get your house straight, because you're going to die. Keep reading.
Then Hezekiah turned his face toward the wall, and prayed unto the Lord.
So notice something. He went and turned to where the Lord wanted him to turn, and he prayed to him. Go ahead.
And said, Remember now, O Lord, I beseech thee, how I have walked before thee in truth and with a perfect heart.
You see something? Hezekiah had this record, that he had a perfect heart. This is why he is able to go to the Lord. See, you going to go to the Lord based off of, it's like this. People who know they doing evil, they can't get on their knees and really just pray to God and keep it real. They can't even pick up their Bible half the time and keep it real. See, this man was able to get on his knees and pray to God and beckon God for this particular favor because he had a perfect heart. But go ahead, keep reading.
Okay. And have done that which is good in thy sight. And Hezekiah wept sore. Then came the word of the Lord to Isaiah, saying, Go and say to Hezekiah, Thus saith the Lord, the God of David thy father. I have heard thy prayer, and have seen thy tears. Behold, I will add unto thy days 15 years.
So he went ahead and delivered to this perfect man 15 more years to his life. Because he got on his knees and he believed, but his record was worth something. So he was a perfect man. Let's go over to Matthew chapter 21. Matthew chapter 21. And we're going to read a couple of verses here. Matthew 21. And when you get to verse 18, start reading.
Now in the morning, as he returned into the city, he hungered. And when he saw a fig tree in the way, he came to it, and found nothing thereon, but leaves only. And said unto it, Let no fruit grow on thee henceforth forever. And presently the fig tree withered away. Jesus answered and said unto them, Verily I say unto you, if ye have faith, and doubt not, ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also if you say unto this mountain, Be thou removed, and be cast into the sea, it shall be done. And all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, ye shall receive.
So he told him, he said, Verily I say to you, if you have faith and doubt not, you should be able to do the same thing. You should be able to move mountains. If you just got faith with no doubt. That's all he telling you that you need. You're going to be able to move mountains. That means you're going to be able to overcome your obstacles, your trials and your tribulations with some faith. Let's go over to Luke chapter 18, though. Luke chapter 18. Luke chapter 18. Because he also said that we was going to have to, he said in that verse, that we was going to have to pray too. All things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing ye shall receive. Just like Hezekiah. He believed that he could get some more years added to the life, and the Lord did that. Luke chapter 18, and pick it up at verse 1.
And he spake a parable unto them to this end.
Now Jesus taught a lot in parables. That some people could get it and some couldn't. But go ahead.
That men ought always to pray and not to faint. Saying, There was in a city a judge, which feared not God, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city. And she came unto him, saying, Avenge me of my adversary.
So now we got in the city a man who don't have no fear of God. So he a man, a judge or a king with no fear, meaning he really show favoritism if he want to. He judge how he choose. Go ahead, verse 4.
And he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, Though I fear not God, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me.
So remember, this is a parable about praying. So it said there was a widow in the city, and she came unto him saying, Avenge me of my adversary. And this guy, who don't have no fear of God, he like, man, I'm sick of her. She keep coming, she keep coming, she keep coming, she keep coming. Now the parable is about praying now. And the guy is saying, she keep coming, lest she continually weary me. Let me go ahead and avenge this adversary. Okay, go ahead, verse 6.
And the Lord said, Hear what the unjust judge say. And shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth.
See, if the unjust judge gonna avenge this woman of her adversary, well, our God is just. What do you think he's gonna do if we continue to come to him? He's gonna, so that he'll find faith on the earth, he gonna answer our prayers. Sometimes we just gotta keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Sometimes we gotta do it even a little more. Let's go to Matthew chapter 17. Sometimes we gotta do a little bit more. Matthew 17. And when you get to verse 14, pick it up and read. And see, I'm trying to leave you with scriptures that's going to strengthen and help allow you to recall these scriptures